Hello and welcome back to the Brodeurland Show. I'm so glad you're here. Today's topic on the Brodeurland Show is self-respect. That's right. Now you may be wondering, Mr. Broder, I know respect is all about being kind and helpful to other people. What is self-respect? It's the same, except you gotta be kind and helpful to yourself. That's right. Now, to better explore this word of self-respect, I got 3 topics lined up to help us really understand and how we can utilize self-respect in our everyday lives. And the first topic goes like this. You've got to be honest with yourself. Second, don't let anybody else besides you confirm your true worth. And third, don't compromise your values to please others. So those are the topics we're going to explore today, but you know the drill here. We can't dive into this word of self-respect until we know what the Brodeurland definition is for it. So, what are we waiting for? I'm ready to dive on in. Are you? So without further ado, let's find out what the Brodeurland definition is for self-respect right now. So the Brodeurland definition for self-respect, it goes like this. You gotta have confidence in yourself. You know you have value. Be true to yourself, stand up for yourself, and be honest with yourself at all times. Now that you know the Brodeurland definition for self-respect, it's time to dive on in. It's time to get our feet wet. It's time to figure out what in the world is self-respect all about and start applying it into your everyday lives. So, in order to do so, I've got 3 quotes lined up today that really embrace the essence of self-respect. So, I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's dive on in and let's take a look at our first quote right now. Our first quote today on self-respect goes like this. To be honest with yourself is to gain insight into who you truly are. It is so important to be honest with yourself, to be truthful with yourself. Now, Mr. Broder, how do I do that? Great question. You first got to step back. You got to recognize and accept your strengths, but more importantly, your weaknesses. Now, we all have strengths. The question is, can you recognize those strengths? Can you keep improving on those strengths and refining them? So many times people allow their strengths to create egos within themselves or get arrogant. You can't let that happen. You've got to keep improving on them and see if you can make a difference with those strengths in your lives, in the lives of others. Also, we can't gloss over our weaknesses. We got to accept our weaknesses. We've got to recognize those weaknesses, and that's where our strengths come in. They can help us overcome those weaknesses so we can go out there and we can continue to become that best version of ourselves. Now, this is just the beginning of self-respect. We've just scratched the surface a little bit. So, in order to keep going, in order to keep exploring self-respect, I still got a couple more quotes lined up. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive on into our next quote right now. Our second quote today is by Alan Cohen, and Alan says this: if you know your true worth, you do not need anyone else to confirm it. You are somebody, you are capable, you are worthy. You just got to start believing in yourself, and you got to tell yourself that you have value. You see, if you allow other people to tell you your worth, it's never going to match up to your true value. It's time to be confident in yourself. It's time to go out there. It's time to really know who you truly are and believe in yourself. But Mr. Broder, I'm not really that confident in myself. That's okay. It's time to take day by day. Over time, if you work at your self-confidence, if you start respecting yourself, if you start inspecting and really understanding who you truly are, you will see that growth. You will see that understanding over time so you can start believing in yourself and go out there and be that best version of yourself. Make a difference. Now here's the deal. We still got one more quote lined up today. And so I'm ready to dive on in and I'm ready to really take this self-respect word, better understand it so you can go out there and use it in your everyday lives. So let's dive into our final quote right now. Our final quote today on self-respect, it goes like this. Don't compromise on your values to please others. Keep your self-respect intact and walk away. At the end of the day, don't compromise on your true value. Definitely not. There will be many times during a day, a week, a month that we will be tested, that we will have decisions to make. The question is, are you going to stay straight and true? Are you going to follow your true path, know who you truly are, or are you going to compromise? Are you going to veer off? You don't want to do that. Remember, you are somebody. You are capable. You are worthy. You matter. Don't allow people to sway you off your path. Yes, we have people in our lives that are our cheerleaders, that are our true supporters, and that's great. But don't allow these other people to sway you off your path, to allow you to compromise. No, you need to march out there. You need to walk away from those situations that are going to bring you down and move forward on your straight and true path so you can go out there. You can make a difference. You can believe in yourself. That right there is the power of self-respect. So always remember, you make each day a special day by just you being you. There's no one in the whole world like you except you, and I like you just the way you truly are. It's good that you exist, but you got to go out there. You've got to have self-respect. You got to know that you have value, that you're important, that you got to be honest with yourself so you can go out there and become that best version of yourself. So until next time, Broder out. Peace.